Good morning to one and all present here. I, Miss Neha Sani, feel delighted to welcome you all to the Class Come Inter-House Storytelling Competition from classes 3rd to 8th. Stories are the most powerful tools to explore imagination and creativity. Today, our wonderful participant from Calvin, Ampere, Tesla, and Pascal House will mesmerize us with their stories and expression. Before we begin, we extend a warm welcome to our honorable judges for today, Miss Manisha and Miss Rinki Jain. We are privileged to have you here. Dear audience, our judges will be evaluating the participants on the following criteria. First, story content. Second, voice and expressions. Third, confidence. Fourth, creativity and use of prompts. Before we begin, here are the rules for today's competition. Participants will perform house voice. Within every house, students will present here class wise, starting from class 3rd, followed by class 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Props are allowed and should be handled confidently. Participants must begin and end with the given limit time. We expect complete discipline and hearty encouragement from our audience. Firstly, let's cheer for the charismatic performance from Tesla House. Class 3rd, Jannat. Class 4th, Arena. Class 5th, Sivan. Class 6, Alfia, Alia. Class 8, Alfia. And Class 8, Vikram.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our world where everything is smart. Smartphones, smart homes, and smart TVs. But in this race of being smart, have we forgotten how to be wise? We, the Tesla House students, bring to you a thought-provoking theme: Smart World, Foolish People. Once upon a time, people felt emotions. Now we send emojis. Once upon a time, people use hearts to connect. Today, we use Wi-Fi. Through today's art, storytellers will remind us what truly makes us humans.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Janat from class 3rd. Respected teachers and all my dear friends, I am going to tell you story The Talking Pencil. I hope you will like and enjoy this story. Ria loved her tablet more than her books. One day her pencil said, "You forgot me, help you learn, not just scroll." Ria was shocked. The talking pencil, she smiled and wrote. The pencil said, "See, real magic start when you write, not swipe." So the moral of my story is technology helps, but learning begins when we use our one hands. And that was my story. I hope you all liked it. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Good morning to one and all present here, respected teachers, and all my dear friends. I am Arina from class 4th and my story is The Magical Mirror. Today I am going to narrate a wonderful story that teaches an important lesson. So let's begin. Ria loves selfies, morning selfies, lunch selfies, sad selfies. Her mirror got tired and shouted, "Enough, can you just smile without taking a picture?" Ria gossiped, "Who said that?" The mirror replied, "Me, your mirror. You only smile for, not for your people." Ria gossiped, "Who said that?" The mirror replied, "Me, your mirror. You only smile for your people." Ria frowned, "But everyone loves my selfie." The mirror said gently, "Try loving real moments, not just photos." Ria thought for a while. From that day she clicked farewell selfies, spent more time laughing with her friends. So my moral is don't just show happiness. Thank you. Everyone, I am Siman from class 5th. I am very happy to take part in this story narration competition. I hope you enjoy it. So my story title is The Robot Who Wanted Feelings. Arjun had a super smart robot. It cooked, cleaned, did homework and even said good morning Arjun every day. But one day Robo saw Arjun hugging his mother and smiling. Robo asked, "Master, what is that one thing you just did?" Arjun laughed. "Ha ha ha, that is called a hug." Robo tilted his head. "Can I download it?" Arjun smiled sadly. "No, Robo. Hugs come from the heart, not the internet." Robo looked down. "Then I will never know what love feels like." For the first time, Arjun realized machine can do everything, not expect feel. So my story moral is technology can replace the work, not emotions. I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoyed it. Thank you everyone. Good morning, respected coordinator ma'am, judges, teachers, and all my dear friends. Myself, Alia, from class 6. Stories are the best way to share thoughts, feelings, and life lessons. Today, I am going to narrate a story that will make you think and smile. Once there was a family known as the Smart Family. They had smartphone, smart bulb, smart TV, smart look, even a smart dog cooler that barked in English. But the only thing not smart in their house were the people. Every morning the mother said, "Alexa, make breakfast." The father said, "Google, find my socks." The son said, "Siri, do my homework." And the daughter said, "ChatGPT, write my letter." Every morning one day the Wi-Fi went off and suddenly silence. No one knew how to switch on the light, toast bread, or even talk to each other. The father said, "Who are you people?" The mother said, "Your family, dear." The son said, "But why do you look so 3D?" After hours of confusion, the grandmother entered and calm and wise. She smiled and said, "Looks like your brains were cloud saved and now deleted." She lit a candle, made tea without any gadget, and said, "When power goes off, human power should switch on." That night, for the first time, the family talked, laughed, and shared stories instead of screen. When the Wi-Fi come back, no one noticed because they were being humans again. So the moral of my story, the smallest device in the world is still humans' hearts. That was the
Good morning, respected principal ma'am, worthy teachers, and all my dear friends. I, Afifa, proud to represent Tesla House from class 7. Every story carries a message. Some make us laugh, some make us teach something new. Today, I am going to tell you a story that touches the hearts and inspires the mind. So, my story title is The Social Media Village. Once there was a peaceful village named Shukpur. Every knew everyone, people talked face to face, helped each other and lived happily. Until one day a businessman come with a big smile and said, I will make your village smart. He installed Wi-Fi towers, gave everyone smartphones and said, now you can connect with the world. The villagers clapped with excitement and stopped visiting each other's home that day. Instead of saying good morning in person, they sent emojis. And instead of talking about crops, they argued about hashtags. One day, the village had a fire in the market. Everyone started recording it for social media. One shouted, hashtag fire Shukpur. Another said, let me go live. Let me go live. But no one went to help. Finally, the old postman who never used a phone ran it with a bucket of water and put out the fire. When asked why he did not take a video, he said, I don't post, I participate. Finally, the villagers decided, we will use the net. We will use the internet, but we won't let it use us. Now, moral of the story is, we will use the internet, but we won't let it use us. Thank you, everyone. A very good morning to one and all present here, respected coordinator ma'am, judges, teachers and all my dear friends. Myself Zikra from class 8 and I am truly delighted to stand here today. Stories are not just a word, they are experience connected to all. The story is about to narrate a deep meaning and an inspiring message to everyone. My story is The Internet Returns, a letter to humanity. A week passed. The world had gone silent. No notification, no call. People began to sound light. Birds sound louder. Wind whispered clearly. And for first time, it listened human. But suddenly one night, all the screens were blinked. The light on the routers blinked. Every device like phone, mobile, TV, monitor came a single calm voice. Dear human, this is your internet speaking. I carried your dreams, your memory and your secrets. I made your world smaller and your secrets and your knowledge infinite. The internet said softly. When I was born, you started living again. You looked sunset instead of sunshine. People said, the internet will take a position again. No, my concluding line. On humanity is must never take a break. Is kindness, love and common sense. Thank you and have a nice day. We live in a smart world full of gadgets, but true intelligence isn't kindness, love. Time well spent. Let's be the generation that upgrades hearts, not just phones.
Faces all day but not feelings anymore. We build robots that can think but forget to build human who can feel. We stay connected all the time yet the distance between hearts keeps growing online. We just time, we buy gadgets, we sell our peace and polish modern life. One day maybe technology will pause and I am reminded to all of you it was truly was. Smart word, foolish people. Thank you and thank you.
Amazing performance by Tesla House. Give a huge round of applause for all of them. Participants from Ampere House. Class 3rd, Madiha. Class 4, Fatima. Class 5, Navia. Class 6, Lavanya. And Class 7, Zora. Class 8, Gia.
Good morning everyone. Myself Madiha from Ampere House. Today I am going to tell you a short and sweet story. The title of my story is The Little Lamp. Once there was a dark room. All the lamps were sad. They said, "We are so small. We cannot light this big room." But one little lamp said, "I will do my best. I will shine in my little corner." He started glowing softly. Then, one by one, the other lamps also lit up. And soon the whole room was full of bright light and happiness. Everyone was shining together. Moral of the story is, even a tiny light can remove big darkness. So, never you too small to make a change. This story teaches us even a tiny lamp can light up the darkest part. Just like a lamp spreads light, our knowledge and kindness can change the world. Thank you.
Respected principal and judges speeches. No. Respected principal and judges speeches. And all my dear friends. Good morning everyone. My name is Fatima from Ampere House. And today I want to tell you all of the story, The Empty Pot. Once a king wanted an heir. He kept seeds, children saying, "Grow the best plant and I'll make you a king." A boy named Raj wanted water. He seized daily, but nothing grew. On the final day, others brought tall plants, while he carried only an empty pot. The king looked around and announced, "Pink will be the next king." Everyone was shocked. He explained the seeds idea were wild. They could never grow. Only Pink was honest enough to bring me the truth. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Good morning, respected upon a time, in a small town, there was a sweet little girl named Meera. Every day while going to school, she saw an old man sitting by the roadside selling small toys. His hands were shaking and most people just walked past him. People People just watched, but Meera stopped. She ran to him, picked up toys one by one. The old man smiled and said, "Thank you, dear. Today you are the first person who helped me." Meera thought, if all of us do even a little to help, we can spread great happiness. And the moral of the story, helping hands are better than praying lips. Thanks a lot, everyone.
It's given me an immense pleasure to introduce myself. Myself Ravanya from Emperor House. Today I am going to narrate a story before you. The title of my story is The Question That Changed the Life. एक सवाल जो जिंदगी बदल सकता है. One day the teacher asked from the class, if you were given only one day to live, what would you do? Some answer, I will play all day, I will travel and eat my favorite food. I will watch movie. But one boy named Neil said quietly, I do something today for free for eating a tomorrow. The whole class was silent and said, that's the correct answer. Whoever valued today builds a successful tomorrow. The moral of the story is, don't wait for future, create it now. Thank you everyone. Respected judges, teachers and all my dear friends, a very good morning to all of you. Myself Goya from MBR House. Today I am standing before you to narrate a story. The title of my story is Strong or Weak, Takatwar or Kamzor. There was a proud teak tree in the forest. He was very tall and strong. There was a small bird next to the tree. The teak tree said, I am very handsome and strong. No one can defeat me. Hearing this, the hawk replied, Dear friend, too much pride is harmful. Even the strong will fall one day. The teak ignored the hawk's word. He continued to praise himself. A strong wind blew. The teak stood firmly. Even when it rained, the teak stood strong by spreading its leaves. During these times, the herd bowed low. As usual, the herd bowed low. The teak made fun of the herd. Ha ha ha. One day, there was a storm in the forest. The herd bowed low. As usual, the teak did not want to bow. The storm kept growing stronger. The teak could no longer bear it. He felt his strength giving way. He tried his best to stand upright, but in the end, he fell down. That was the end of the proud tree. When everything was calm again, the herd stood straight. He looked around. He saw that the proud teak had fallen. The moral of the story is, pride goes before a fall. Thank you for listening to me and giving your valuable time.
Next up, the energetic storyteller of Calvin House. Class 3rd Mehrose, Class 4th Ganesh, Class 5th Chavi, Class 6th Alfia, Class 7 Rafi and Class 8 Shraddha.
Good morning, respected principal ma'am, judges, teachers, and all my dear friends. My name is Mehroz Meher from class 3rd. I am thrilled to hear today. The story I will be share with you is who is happy on this world. Once a crow looked at a swan. How beautiful the and thought how beautiful the swan is. She had all the white feathers where the crow was black. The crow was expressed his thought to the swan. The swan replied that according to her the parrot is the most beautiful bird. It has two colors and the swan had just one. Next the crow approached the parrot who simply said, Peacock is more beautiful than him. It is multicolored. My dear crow, you are the luckiest bird on this world, as you are never catch. Because of my beauty, I am trapped in this cage, and you are free. One hearing this, the crow thought how foolish he had been. How foolish he had been, and thanking God for making him the way he was. Moral the story is never compare yourself to others. Be happy with what you are and what you have. Thank you. Good morning everyone, respected principal ma'am, judges, teachers and all my dear friends. I am Kanish Kumar of class 4. Today I am here to thrill a story with you. The story I sharing with you is Don't Waste Food. Let's start. Once there was a little boy named Raju. He loves eating snacks, especially cookies. One day, Raju's mom take a fresh batch of cookies for him. Raju was so excited and started eating one by one. But then Raju's mom noticed he is taken more cookies than he could eat. She gently reminded him, Raju, it is important to not waste food. Can you finish? Take it. Raju felt a little guilty and realized his mistake. On that day, Raju made sure to take only a few cookies at a time. He learned that wasting food is not only disrespectful but also meant that someone else could have enjoyed.
Good morning, respected principal ma'am, judges, fellow participants. I am Nasir. Today I am standing in front of you to tell our story. I am thrilled to share the story to you. Let's start. Once upon a time, there was a river, thought herself and asked to God, Oh God, do I have to do? She was very exhausted. She need to advise with someone. She called the mountain. Mountain! 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 And suddenly, mountain will appear. Yes, my sister, what happened? She shared his thought with the mountain. Mountain laughed. Ha ha ha. Hey, look at me. I am standing here for ages. So why are you tired? The river said to mountain, You are filled
and stand here comfortable. The river said to mountain, look at me. I have no any kind of forest. I am flow day and night. I can't rest for 1 minute. The mountain replied, you are so lucky because you are river. I want to be a river because you flow in new forest, villages, and I am stand here. Every day I look same trees, same patch of skull because I am stand in one place. You are so lucky. You flow in around the world. After listening this bird, the river said, thank you for your kind wisdom. The mountain smiled with her positive energy. She goes into the water and go far and far. The moral of the story is never blame God because as there is always one reason behind his deed. Thank you for listening me. Thank you.
Good morning, respected principal ma'am, judges, floor participants, and my friends. My name is Rafi from class 7 and I am thrilled to be here to share with you a captivating tale that has deeply touched my heart. The story I will be presenting today is titled Goodness Leaves a Mark. Without further ado, let us embark on this journey together. Let's start. Once there was a boy named Sagar. He was in class 2nd. His home was behind the school. Every day he commuted to school on his own. One day, when the school was over, Sagar was in the toilet. The guard on duty did not notice and locked the door. When Sagar wanted to come out, he could not open it. He shouted and banged the door so many times, but no one was there to hear him. After around that hour, someone banged the door from outside. Bang, bang, is there anyone inside? Yes, I'm locked inside. Help, please help. The guard got the key and opened the door. Finally, Sagar came out. In the evening, he told his mom about the incident. His mom got worried. Next day, his mom met to the principal and thanks the guard. Principal asked the guard, why did you check the primary section? You're supposed to be at the main gate. Guard replied, Madam, there are so many children in school, but there was one child who wishes me good morning, saying, how are you? Same child wishes good afternoon along with the thank you. Yesterday afternoon, and they did not say thank you, but I remember. He wishes me good morning, and that's why I thought maybe the child was taken. So I came here to check, and I am glad that I was helped him. So the moral of the story is gratitude shown are never wasted. Thank you, judges and participants, for listening me.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, respected principal ma'am, fellow participants, and my friends. My name is Shraddha, and I am thrilled to be here to share with you a captivating tale that has deeply touched my heart. The story I will be presenting today is titled Ramayana. Without further ado, let us embark on this journey together. Let's start. Once upon a time, Ram was the elder brother of King Dashrath of Ayodhya. father Ram, Sita and Lakshman of going to forest for 14 years. One day the Sita saw a golden deer and asked his husband to catch that deer. Ram and Lakshman are going to catch that deer and went in a search of deer. They went in the king of devil king came and catch that Sita and took her to Lanka and kept her in Ashokavana. That he gave him soil and chalk, that he lived Ram and married to him. Ram and Lakshman came back and he saw and were going for search of Sita and met to Hanuman. They reached to Lanka. The great battle started between Ram and Ravan. The battle is 9 days for fighting. The 10th day, Ram aimed his arrow at Ravan's spelling. He was too killed. The Ram victory over evil is celebrated as Dashera. Now, the moral of the story is good always win over evil. Thank you, judges and participants, for listening.
Thank you, Calvin House, for those imaginative stories. Give a huge round of applause for all of them. Now, finally, I request the enthusiastic students from Pascal House to kindly come forward, following the set order. Class 3rd, Kavya Thakur, Class 4th, Aditya, Class 5th, Kittu, Class 6, Mansi, Class 7, Rudra, and Class 8, Shankar.
A very warm warning to one and all present here, respected principal ma'am, honorable judges, and my dear friends. We all are from Pascal House, and our today's theme is unity, honesty, dedication, and love and respect towards others. So we will start with Kavya Thakur.
Morning to all of you. I am Kavya Thakur. I am from Pascal House. Today I am going to narrate a story of honesty. So my topic is honesty. A poor woodcutter dropped his axe into a river. A fairy appeared and offered him a golden axe. He refused, saying it wasn't his. She showed a silver one, and again he refused. Finally she bore his iron axe, and again he had been expected. Impressed by his honesty, the fairy gifted him all three. Moral: honesty is always you ordered. I hope you learn about honesty. Thank you. Good morning everyone, myself Aditya. Today I am excited to narrate a story about one and a mouse that teaches us do good, help good. So let's start. Once upon a time there lived a lion and a mouse. One One day, Lion was sleeping. The mouse started playing on it. Lion wake up. He caught up the mouse, requested for forgiveness. The lion let him go. After some days, the lion got in a net. The mouse cut the net with his teeth. The mouse cut the net with his teeth. The mouse cut the net with his teeth. The lion was free. The lion thanked the mouse. Moral of the story is, do good, have good. Thank you for listening.
Good morning, respected judges, teachers, and my dear friends. I am Kitu from class 5th. Today I am narrate a story before you. The title of my story is A Bundle of Sticks. Once upon a time, an old man had 3 sons. They were hard workers but always fought. He could never unite them. Then he fell ill. He asked his son to unite, but they paid him no heed. He decided to teach him a lesson to set aside their differences. He gave them stick and told them to break it into 2 parts. Whoever finished first would win. They quickly did this and start fighting again. Then he gave them bundle of sticks and told them to break it as a bundle, not separately. He never go. Despite their best effort, they couldn't do it. He told them it was easy to break the stick, but if you stay united, no one can hurt you. They finally understood the value of unity. If we are together, no one can break us. So the moral of the story, unity is strength, which we celebrate on 31st October. I hope you like it and enjoy it. So let's take a step to spread unity around us. Thank you for listening me and giving me your precious time. Thank you.
Good morning to all. Myself Mansi from class 6. Today my topic is Mother's Love. So let's start. Once there was a boy named Amit. He lived with his mother in a small town. His mother always encouraged him to study well and never give up. One day Amit came home and said, I failed my exam, I cannot do anything. His mother smiled and said, failure is not end, my child, it's just about beginning of learning. She held his hand and said, when were you a baby, you feel many times of walk. Did you not stop walking? Amit thought for a moment and said, no, ma. His mother replied, then wait, stop now, try again. Those words Amit gave a new energy. Those words gave Amit new energy, and he worked hard and passed the next exam with top marks. For day, Amit learned a mother's love and why can anything possible. Thank you for listening me. I hope you like my story. Thank you.
Good morning to all, respected principal and judges and teachers and my friends. I am Rudra Pratap from class 7 representing Pascal House. Today I am going to narrate a story on dedication. My topic is about the dedication of Eklavya. Eklavya was a younger boy who lived with his tribe inside the forest. His aim in life to become the finest archer in the world. So he wanted to become the student of Guru Dronacharya. When he asked about it, he was refused due to the low status of his birth. So despite this, Eklavya created a statue of Guru Dronacharya and practiced archer every day. The front of his soon he became a skilled archer. One day when Guru Dronacharya learned about this, he was afraid that an intriguable boy is so old for his best student Arjun. So he called Eklavya to donate his right thumb. Without any hesitation, Eklavya cut his right thumb and gave to Guru Dronacharya as a Guru Dakshina. But even that day, he was unable to the best archer in the world. But even today, he is praised for Guru Dakshina that he is also remembered to the best to the developed students. So the moral of the story is always love and respect your teachers. I hope you can learn about dedication. That is also represent respect and devotion of teachers and elders. I hope you can like my story. Thank you.
A very warm morning to one and all present here, respected Principal Ma'am, Honorable Judges and my dear friends. I, Shankar of Class 8, representing Pascal House, standing before you to narrate a story on the topic, The One Step of Her. In a small village of India lived a girl named Sunita with wonderful mind and an ability to solve any kind of maths question, and GK of her was fabulous. But as she belongs to a small village, her parents didn't let her to study further. They want her to marry soon, even though she was just 16. But she refused, demanding for higher studies and aiming towards to become a doctor. So she ran away from her house to a city where other women have the right to study. She gave an examination for a scholarship and luckily she got that. She also did some part-time work to fill her stomach that was necessary. And after 4 years, by topping in each year of medical college, the tree of her hard work gave its fruit. She finally became a doctor. After that, she returned to her home, apologized to her parents, and also her parents pardoned her. But she didn't rest yet. She opened a hospital for those who can't afford the expenses of expensive treatments. So her one step becomes the key for that door to open for other girls. But this isn't the only story. Still in India, still in rural areas especially, our girls are still struggling. Despite from encouraging them, we have made them feel weak, that they can't do it. But the reality is, girls can do anything. And to conclude my story with 2 lines, I want to say, if a man can, then a woman can too. Thank you for listening me. I hope you like the story. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
A big applause for Pascal House and their wonderful storytelling. What a vibrant, engaging and creative competition we have witnessed today. Every storyteller deserves huge appreciation for their confidence and expressions. Let's give another big round of applause for all our participants. A heartfelt thanks to our respected judges Miss Manisha and Miss Rinki Jain for their time, guidance and encouragement. We extend our gratitude to all teachers for their support, preparation and our wonderful audience. Thank you for motivating our young performance with your applause and patience. With this, we conclude today's inter-house storytelling competition. Let's continue to dream, speak, express and tell stories that inspire the world. Thank you. Have a wonderful day ahead.